The telecommunication sector has given impetus for a new drive to accelerate the expansion of the internet and broadband across the country, rubbing off positively on the other sectors of the economy. The Nigerian Communications Commission and African Telecom Development Initiative organized African Telecom Development Summit with the theme Telecom in the Service of Humanity. The summit, among other things, addressed food security, citizen security, and cyber security. According to the Vice President, Goodluck Jonathan, who was represented by the Minister of National Planning, Dr. Shamsuddin Usman, as a special guest of honor at the event, said, although the internet has developed and become the world's biggest reservoir of knowledge and has given meaning to the description of the world as a global village, the internet has its own challenges, and it's expected that Africa will tackle these challenges. The IT sector has adequately impacted on the global economy, but the many challenges bedeviling the sector globally include cybercrime. Africa has not been able to come with adequate laws that protect the internet users. Considering the vulnerability of the World Wide Web, WWW, to cyber criminals stealing vital personal data to commit crime online. For Nigeria to adequately protect its cyberspace, the right legislation and policies must be put in place as deterrent against hacking, phishing, and all forms of criminal activities on the web.
Like I said, there is an international coalition that is being put together because the nature of cybercrime is such that you can actually be at a remote location where there is no law against cybercrime and be committing a crime that affects a nation that is in a remote location. So there is need for that international coalition, which ITU is leading at this point in time, for us to have something that all countries adhere to. So talking about Nigeria not having a secure environment is actually not quite correct, because internet is a worldwide thing. There are certain things that happen that might even be associated with Nigeria that is actually not being perpetrated by Nigerians.
According to the Secretary General, International Telecommunication Union, ITU, Hamaboun Toure, what is needed now is a major push forward in broadband access, where Africa still lags behind every other region of the world. He also said, the good news is that international internet bandwidth will be available, with the opening just last month of a new fiber optic cable providing more affordable broadband to millions of people in Southern and Eastern Africa. And at least 10 further undersea connections are expected within the next year.
The spread of mobile telephony has also become much more equitable across the continent. Back in year 2000, South Africa alone accounted for 3/4 of sub-Saharan Africa mobile cellular subscriptions. By the beginning of this year, it was just 1/5. Nigeria is now the continent's largest market, with over 1/4 of all subscriptions Africa-wide. And this would not have happened, as Prime Minister, Vice President said, as Chairman said, this wouldn't have happened just by chance. It requires that all the ingredients to be together for a real right chemical reaction. You needed a good leadership from the government, putting the rules of the game. You need the players of the private sector to be ready and be prepared and believing in itself. And you needed a referee in the game, a regulator that should be impartial and fair. And we've seen that those conditions met here.
The chairman of the African Business Roundtable, Alhaji Bamaga Tukur, who also doubled as chairman at the event, said the IT sector has visibly impacted on the growth weakness on other sectors of the Nigerian economy, adding that government must ensure to put in place the right policies on ground that will foster further growth in other sectors.
Believe you me, the telecommunication growth and revolution has impacted so positively on the growth of the Nigerian economy or African economy per se. As you know, today somebody in a village will really conclude a deal with another villager in China or in Japan or in Europe or in America, and to make it a reality. It never happened before. Now it's all boiled down to the government opening up. If the government and the public sector is ready to share space with its own nationals than the private sector, all these things will just happen because you have to have the political will, you have to mobilize what I call the coalition of the willing, then you can achieve progress.